WhatsApp and Instagram, had posted that she would be announcing limitations shortly. And that was kind of the big joke of the week, right? But, this COVID's no laughing matter. And I think we just like make light of things as a therapy. And so finally, Friday, it started, people were saying like, oh, the governor's meeting with the speaker, she's meeting with the mayor, she's meeting with the judges, she met with the superintendent. And so word kind of started to filter out. And then so we thought, okay, here it goes, right? It's going to come out. But we didn't hear anything from the governor's office. What we did see was we started seeing different schools. I think also the Guam Women's Chamber of Commerce. They started announcing what the governor had allegedly told them. And so it was just a real cluster mess, if you will.
Because we were flooded with the phone calls asking us, what's up? Is there going to be a press conference? Is this true? Etc. So I just messaged Crystal, like, are we going to get a press release or what?
Right, no.
Because everybody's asking us, and, the governor's having all her hoo-ha-ha meetings and basically telling people what she's going to do, but not telling the media, which is your fastest way to get it out to the public and to the community.
Of course.
Meanwhile, we got scooped by the Guam Women's Chamber of Commerce. No knock on the Women's Chamber. I mean, they're friends of ours, but they got it out.
Yeah, but what we had heard just from some multiple sources was that the governor had told different people that she met with that she did not want to have a press conference because it was going to be too confusing. Because I'm sorry, it's just that these EOs are confusing. That's the problem. That is actually the real problem, is that these EOs are confusing. So when you have a press conference, you announce them. The media just has so many questions just to unpack like the facts of the EO so we can go and tell people.
And then the guidance doesn't come out till the following day or the following 2 days. So you don't know the specifics of everything. And even that's confusing.
Yeah. And so we just heard from Chima. It is confusing. So you can only gather, if you're vaccinated, 10 indoor, 25 outdoor. But when we asked Chima, hey, so if a hotel is operating 100% capacity, what's to stop them from having an event at 100% with a number of people that's over the limit? And he said, I don't know, that sounds like an environmental health question. So we'll figure it out, because I guess it would have been too confusing for us to ask that in a setting with the governor and all the experts. But, I don't want to go into the whole communications failure of this administration. Again, we'll probably get to that later in the week.
Keep moving forward.
Let's
keep
go.
Doing what we got to do.
That's it. And we got Mayor Jesse Alig, who's the president of the Mayor's Council of Guam. Mayor, I know you're in some high-level meetings. A day. With the governor.
Okay, I'll interject there. I want to say that I agree with Sabrina. We need to just move on, because I think the more we delve into that, I lose more hair. Yeah. I mean,
you lose more hair and I get more gray.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have the gray. Anyway, but you're right. I mean, it's like it's confusing for everyone. But I think I'm glad to hear that Tom Nadeau will come on at 8:00, because perhaps he can shed some light to the whole guidelines and really just push out that they're not about giving the citations and the fines. It's really about compliance. But then, as you were talking to Chima, it was kind of deja vu, right? From the very beginning, a year ago, or a little more than a year ago, everyone was worried about distancing, wearing masks, and keeping clean. And I think if we just focus on that, we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of issues when it comes to the mayors about sports teams, about community centers and the village gyms. But you know what? At the end of the day, it is the mayor's call. And it's the mayor's call because the mayor knows how these facilities are utilized and whether congregation is occurring, masks are being used. That it really is the mayor's call when it comes to those facilities. And for the most part, most of them are closed still.
Yeah.
And do we want to live like that forever? I don't want to live like that forever. I don't think we should make COVID run our lives. I think we need to learn how to become citizens within healthy citizens within this pandemic. I mean, because it's probably not going to go away for a while. So are we going to continue to, to revert to these, regulations every time there's a surge? I think we just need to be prepared. We need to be prepared. We need to continue to keep ourselves clean, wash our hands, sanitize, just basic things like we did over a year ago. And everything I think will be okay for the most part. Yeah. Notwithstanding our economy and all the other big issues, right?
Oh my God.
That's huge.
You're right,
yeah,
Mayor.
I mean, that's like, do we have to, I mean, that's such something else. I mean, I want to go and tell you about the elder justice system or elder justice center that I wanted to talk about last week, because you know what? Throughout the pandemic, we still have manamko. Throughout the pandemic, we still have the manhole bin. Throughout the pandemic, we still have animals. We still have abandoned vehicles. And guess what? We're still here. Yep. We're still doing all that work amidst all of this.
Mayor, let me ask, because
one of the... You still didn't get any ARP funds?
Oh, you got jokes, huh?
Sorry.
Oh, you thought, because Auntie Lou closed the school, everyone gonna get money now? You day, Malago girl.
Can we start with all rise applications? Because Daphne said that the goal was to try and get these applications and the guidance to village mayor's offices today. Is that going to happen?
Well, hope, yeah, for sure. I mean, I can't say it's going to happen. We're all kind of praying the same prayer.
But you haven't heard anything yet, then I guess. I know it is early, but...
No, not yet. But, of course, I'll let you know what the status is for all the mayor's offices as far as opening on September 1st, because it was announced that they'll be available at 7 a.m. But, our offices don't typically open till 8 because we operate during regular government hours. Right. So for the most part, I'm sure most mayor's offices will be open at 7 on Wednesday, but I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. Again, the whole idea behind that, I believe, is really just to give everyone a fair shot at submitting an application, picking it up and then submitting it. What I think we're doing for most of us mayors is we're encouraging our residents to sign up for a tax account online if you haven't already, because that's really the simplest way to do it. And not only is it the simplest way, but it's the most convenient. You don't have to go and pick up an application. You don't have to upload any documents. The hardest part, I think, is to set up the account. Not hard, but the most tedious part is to set up the account if you don't already have one. We do know that there are some mayor's offices that are receiving some equipment on loan, some computers on loan for residents to utilize. Dedido will have 2 additional computers and 2 additional staff to assist with the online applications. So that's important to know. Dedido also has 2 other locations to pick up applications, and that's the Astumbo Senior Center and the Dedido Senior Center. So yes, in the midst of all this, we really are trying to help our residents get these applications out. When it comes to utilizing the mayor's offices, the mayor's office computers and their actual offices, we have to remember that we're still in the pandemic and not everybody can load into the office. If you're going to line up at the office, the whole gathering capacity does not apply to the government. Does not apply to the government.
Right. Yep.
So,
government don't got cooties.
So line up.
So line up. Yep. Yeah. So that's again, we're just doing our part. I know that there are a lot of questions about whether or not we can help fill out the applications. I've always cautioned my colleagues to not give tax advice, because we are not tax preparers. Of course, if you are, then why not? But if you're a mayor that does not have tax expertise, and I would caution them in advising in completing the applications. But Daphne does say, and then our staff did go through training on the application. It seems to be straightforward. So I don't think there'll be any real issues.
Are you guys still going to have the Mayor's Council of Guam meeting on the 1st, on Wednesday? When that's like
yes, ma'am. We are going to have it. It's going to be at the Agate Mayor's office.
Oh, but what about, that's like the day that people are going to go, that's race day.
Well, we have staff. Sabrina, don't you know that we're the highest?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Okay. So what about the Mayor, are you guys? In 8 minutes, are you going to start enforcing like the gathering? Are you guys the ones who kind of go around and check on that, or?
No, we are not. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but we, of course, we're peace officers. So, and we'll follow the law. And if there's something that we see that is, that doesn't follow the guidelines, we'll let the public health know. So public health and GPD will do that enforcement. But traditionally the mayors do go around. We do check our village, we do check our neighborhoods, and if there's, 220 by 40 canopies erected and 200 chairs, or that's going to be an issue.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. So for sure, we want to keep our people safe, but we're not going to go around with our badges and our citation booklet going, giving out. So yeah, no, we won't be doing that.
Mayor, can you keep us posted if there's any developments at all with the All Rise for Wednesday?
Sure. As soon as I know, I'll let you know. I'll also send you a list of. I do want to confirm which mayor's offices are going to actually be open by 7 a.m. on Wednesday, and let you know, because that'll be important information.
Right on.
Just so that we don't have everyone lining up at 7 a.m. or before that, and the office won't open until 8.
Right. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay.
You guys still on target, or it's all the plans for the senior senators? Is that like off the table now?
No, they're not off the table. We're continuing to work with the Division of Senior Citizens to see, of course, the pandemic status, of course, changes a lot of things, but we still want to get our Manamco prepared to enter the center safely. We'll be meeting sometime this week, and hopefully we will have a better status update on what's going to happen for our October 1st opening. If it'll still open October 1st.
Also, you got all mayors, employees up to date with COVID differential?
Not that I'm aware of. I'd have to double check. I believe they did receive their last, the 13th or the 14th of August. Yes, I believe they did.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Good luck this week.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to try and get Daphne on tomorrow, to ask about this.
Great. I'll keep you posted too as soon as I know.
Be safe, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, adios.
Okay, that's that. 7:55. Let's keep it in the KUAM newsroom room. We're getting a bunch of different schools on a little bit later in the show, but let's just go ahead and start it now with from Guahan Academy Charter School. We have the former speaker.